All right, everybody, great to see you here on this Sunday evening. Meteorologist Keith Gibson here in the First Alert Weather Center, and thank you for joining our live stream here. We will discuss a little bit about where we are headed for the coming work week, elevated fire conditions across the region, maybe some record highs here as we get into the next couple of days, and unfortunately, limited rain or snow chances as we go throughout the next 7 days. So while folks are gathering up on the stream here, let me go ahead and pop this up and pop myself up. There we go. And get into our weather discussion here. And I'm going to be monitoring some of the comments here on the Facebook page, and we'll see if I can react to those in real time. Sometimes it's a struggle to multitask here with my phone, the computer, the weather computer, and all that good stuff. But anyway, great to see you here on this Sunday. Have you adjusted to the new time? It was nice to see that sunset a little bit later, but it was a struggle to get up this morning. And, it takes some time to get adjusted with the time change, but we really haven't lost or gained too much time. We've just shifted time around a little bit, but we are adding about 3 minutes of daylight right now, just about each and every day. But highs today above average once again, well into the 40s across the board, some of us flirting with 50 here. So that's where we were today. Now, going into the next 2 days, March 11th, Monday, March 12th on Tuesday, these are the old records. And as you can see right here, we have records that are attainable tomorrow and maybe attainable on Tuesday. It's going to be a warm stretch here for the next couple of days, warm and dry, unfortunately. We're hoping that we could get some additional moisture in here. That's not going to happen in the near term, so our fire risk is going to remain elevated here. Let's get into more detail. So records could be attained tomorrow and the next couple of days. We are thinking that there's going to be very little in the way of active weather here over the next couple of days as we expand the satellite radar. You can see not really a lot going on here across the upper Midwest. There's more activity back to the west out towards Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, the West Coast. Some of that energy will get here by Thursday into next weekend, but right now we are sandwiched in between. Great to see you, Deb, on the stream. Thanks for joining on in. See, I can multitask, but it requires some effort. All right, so pretty quiet and a fair amount of sunshine over the next couple of days, but fire risk. As of now, we have high fire danger to the northwest of the Fox Valley and moderate in the blue from the valley to the lakeshore and south. Now, I think these will be modified a little bit going into tomorrow and Tuesday. We will likely start to see more in the way of yellow around the region, high fire danger, especially across our western and northwestern zones. But just be aware that we will have elevated fire risk, low humidity, dry vegetation, and warm temperatures and occasional breezes here tomorrow and Tuesday. Be extra careful. You may want to just postpone burning. And if you are going to be out and about, be aware equipment can throw sparks, and you don't want to cause any extra burden on folks if we happen to see some wildfires around you, because we will have some tinderbox type conditions developing around the region. Now, this is a look at precipitation, percent of normal precipitation over the last 30 days. And every spot you see on this map that is yellow in color, basically northwest of the valley, parts of the UP, Minnesota, Iowa, that is where we've had a deficit of moisture over the last 30 days. Southeastern Wisconsin has been the outlier. There's been a surplus of moisture. They had a big batch of some storms not too long ago. And we've had a little bit of extra precip east of Lake Winnebago too, but most of us suffering from a bit of a drought here as far as moisture. And we want to see more moisture. We want to quell that fire risk. Just can't do it. And we've lost the snowpack, and it really hasn't been that snowy here all winter long. We are suffering from a big deficit across the entire region, several feet in some instances, over a foot now in Green Bay. Could we get a late season blizzard? That's certainly on the table. It's possible. We've had big snows in April, but right now we are advertising no big snow and really not really a lot of significant precipitation around here, although we do have a couple of opportunities. And the drought monitor here, the latest data, this is through last Tuesday. This came out last Thursday. This will be updated going into the coming week, but not too many changes foreseen. We either have abnormally dry ground across northeastern Wisconsin, that is the yellow. The tannish color is where we have moderate drought conditions developing. The orange across the North Woods in southwestern Wisconsin, that is severe drought. So things are getting a little bit worse each and every day. Each day that we go without significant moisture and each day that is warmer than average is drying things out. And with low humidity, we can get some fire issues around here for sure. So that is what we are looking at as far as our current fire situation, and that will continue to expand, deepen, worsen, if you will, over the next couple of days. Now, we're dry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so hence the fire risk there. Thursday, there is a chance for some rain, especially south of Green Bay. This is likely not going to hit the northern areas where we actually have those worse drought conditions and more elevated fire conditions right now. And then we'll be watching Saturday and Sunday. There's going to be a clipper type system that will swoop on down from Canada. We'll have a chance for a little bit of rain, some snow, some wind, and some cooler air. But right now it doesn't look like any of those systems will produce any significant moisture. And I just want to do a quick comparison looking out over the next 7 days. This is the European forecast model. This is suggesting there's a better chance of rain across our southern areas, reflecting the Thursday system down towards Fond du Lac, Sheboygan. Not really a lot of significant moisture for the next 7 days, though, across most of our area. And the American GFS model, more or less the same story. Not a lot for most of us, but the Thursday system focusing on the southern tier, so locations down towards Fond du Lac, Sheboygan, south of the Fox cities. These global models are suggesting the best chance for moisture would be in those areas on Thursday evening. The rest of us, though, may be really desperate for some moisture, but we will have some light rain or some snow showers here this weekend. But by and large, what you see here doesn't look like much right now. So that is where we are headed for the week. Warmer than average to start. And then we'll have some rain chances or some moisture chances, but really not a lot of significant moisture here, so that fire risk is going to be a concern. We are slowly cooling things down right now, mainly 30s. It's a pretty quiet evening. Let me pop up one of our sky cams here. This is Appleton. And we still have a little bit of twilight. That's nice to see at this hour. So that is the benefit of the time change that occurred this morning. We have a little bit of extra daylight now in the evening. And look at let me look at my notes here real quick. I think we're going to be adding, let's see here. Let me pop on over. This is an informal broadcast, but let's see. We are going to be adding over an hour of daylight this month. And we are going to be adding over about an hour and 22 minutes of daylight in April, over an hour in May, and then still squeezing out a surplus in June. So we're going to add over 3 hours of daylight between now and the summer solstice. So that's something to look forward to if you want to get out there and take advantage of the warmer weather, especially in the evening when you get off work, or maybe before you go to work in the morning, as we expand the daylight in the morning over the next couple of weeks too. But temperatures are cool, 30s, and we have the wind. That has been a big concern over the last couple of days. It's been a brisk weekend. Even with all that sun today, it was quite brisk, but the wind now dying down, and that's great news. Wind will be very, very light tonight. Over the next 24 hours, wind is light tonight, no issues, but it's going to switch around. Check this out. We will have more southwesterly winds tomorrow, sustained at about 10 to 15, gusting up to about 20 at times here during the day, and that will obviously add insult to injury as far as the fire threat, but it's also going to be from the southwest this wind, and that will bring in much milder air from the south, and that is why we're expecting a big warm-up. Now, tonight, starry skies, what you see is what you're going to get here. Most of us will be down into the 20s. Some of us could dip into the upper teens. The air is very dry, and it will be more or less clear. There are some wispy high clouds out there, but that shouldn't really be affecting anything with light wind. Now, I strongly suggest you dress in layers tomorrow. When you wake up and get ready for work or for school, it's going to be chilly. Temperatures will be in the 20s to low 30s early. Some of us will be in the teens, but by the afternoon, we are really going to warm up. It is going to be a very nice day, mostly sunny skies, and temperatures well into the 60s here for our Monday, well above the average of 38. And with a southwest wind, I'm actually going to bump things up a little bit, even to the lakeshore, around 60 degrees. We'll be cautiously optimistic. How about that? And some low 60s across North Woods, low 60s to the Fox Valley, and some mid 60s, perhaps a little bit warmer than 65. We'll see out towards Wapaka, Watoma once again. And, if we hit these numbers here, it's going to be another record-setting day in some spots here. So records definitely possible tomorrow and also into our Tuesday. I forgot to throw the Tuesday map into this little presentation, but we're going to add temperatures to, or add numbers to those temperatures on Tuesday. Some of us will be in the low 70s on our Tuesday. Now, dressing in layers. This is the planner for Monday. Yes, cold, chilly, not a lot of wind in the morning, but there will be a bit of a breeze, so you may want to have a little heavier coat there. But by midday and into the afternoon, you can shed a couple of layers, get a lighter jacket going on. I was actually out with my dog this morning, sunning myself, and the dog, she wanted to sit down in the grass. I'm like, okay, go for it. But I had my shorts on, but I have my big puffy winter coat because it was a little bit chilly out there. But you can massage things a little bit with various types of clothing and layers this time of year. That's just the way it's going to be. So a little bit breezy, a lot of sunshine tomorrow. Locally, across the entire region, check this out. If you're doing any traveling, looking great across the UP, Lower Michigan, down towards Chicago. Sunglasses needed, of course. And if you're venturing west, it's going to be even warmer out towards Iowa and the Dakotas. A shot at some low to mid 70s in Sioux Falls and Des Moines tomorrow, 65 in Minneapolis, mid 60s in Chicago. Some spots in the Chicago metro tomorrow could be around 72. It's going to be a little bit breezier down there, but still very warm across the entire region here. So traveling via car or via the airways tomorrow should be pretty good. Save for a mechanical problem, flights in and out of the region should be pretty good. On our Monday, great visibility, no major concerns. Now let's talk about those moisture chances later on this week. So we're pretty good for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no issues here. I'm just going to jump right into Wednesday afternoon. We will eventually start to have more of a northeast wind develop Wednesday. That's going to usher in some slightly cooler air. So it'll be mild tomorrow. Even warmer on Tuesday. That's going to be the warmest day this week. Still mild on Wednesday. And then the system's going to zip out of the plains. Now, some of this energy is the stuff that's way out in the West Coast right now. That will spin our way. Right now, model consensus is actually taking this more on the southern track, and the area of low pressure would stay to our south. And with time, we've noticed a trend where this is going south a little bit, but there's still some wiggle room here, so it could still lift back north. But I think for the most part, areas south of Green Bay on Thursday evening would have the best chance for precipitation. And there's an opportunity that if we do see some of that precip with some slightly cooler air and a northeast wind, there could be a little bit of wet snow that tries to switch over at some point. We'll see. But again, the more significant precipitation is likely going to stay just to our south across southern Wisconsin and Illinois. That would be great if it could come back north a little bit. It would give us a damp day, but man, we really need that moisture around here. Remember last spring where we had those early season wildfires and all those problems again before we got a little bit of moisture. We're almost repeating things. It's almost like deja vu right now. So that system would be Thursday. Our Friday should be pretty quiet right now. It looks like we're going to be partly cloudy, more of a westerly or southwest wind. That should boost temperatures back maybe into the low 50s again, so another mild and quiet day. And then this second clipper, now this one's going to roll out of Canada. Now, right now it looks like Saturday into Sunday, both weekend days next week will be affected by this in some form or fashion. We're going to have some breezes here. Initially, a warm southwest to west breeze on Saturday. Winds will start to become more northwesterly on the backside of that cold front here by late Saturday. So some rain and then maybe a mix on Saturday in the region. And then as we get on the backside of it, still breezy on Sunday with cooler air. And there could be some snow showers around, maybe even a little bit of a mix too, but probably cold enough atmosphere to produce some snow showers here across northeastern Wisconsin. But the moisture with that, yes, it looks like we may see some moisture, but as far as significant moisture, unlikely to occur with that setup. Usually these clippers that come out of Canada don't produce a lot of significant precipitation, and that is likely going to be the case this time. But it will be breezy, and it will turn a little bit cooler going into the end of next weekend. Of course, next Sunday is St. Patrick's Day. I almost forgot. We're just blasting through time here. We had the time change this morning. It's been spring-like around here for what seems like forever. Then we have St. Patrick's Day coming up on Sunday, the 17th, a week from today. And then 2 weeks from that, we have Easter Sunday. So we go from St. Patrick's Day to Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday. So we're really going to blow out these spring holidays here before the end of March. This is super early to have Easter 2 weeks from next week. So 3 weeks from today, right? Yeah, 3 weeks from today, we'll have Easter Sunday. Wow, that is just absolutely crazy. Time is flying. Yeah, so 60s to around 70 on Tuesday, 59 Wednesday. Winds become northeasterly. And then there's a chance for some showers, especially south of Green Bay on Thursday, down into the 40s. A little bit cooler there. Back to 50 on Friday, low 50s early Saturday before that cold front comes on in, blustery, and a chance for some rain or snow showers Saturday into our Sunday. And then we may turn a little bit cooler for a while after that. Significant warming going into next week appears unlikely at this time, but still, we've been spoiled here. So if we do cool down just a little bit, we really can't complain. We've dodged most of the winter, most of this year so far, and this has been an extremely warm winter season. And spring officially begins on the 19th, so a week from Tuesday. It's spring-like as we get into the start of this week, but it's still technically winter. So, when we have these chilly nights like tonight down into the 20s, we shouldn't be surprised, but it's looking like a nice spring-like start to the week. We'll have those fire issues we have to be careful of, and then a chance for some rain there Thursday and also into next weekend. So that's where we're headed, folks. If you are concerned, that's the latest and greatest here. But my suggestion for tomorrow, of course, is to just dress in layers because we will be going from 20s to 60s over the course of the day, and then back into the 40s in the evening, and then 30s tomorrow night. So we're going to be all over the place here as far as the temperatures, and you just need to be prepared. But one thing you don't want to forget tomorrow will be the sunglasses if you will be out and about. It's going to be another very bright day, and that's the way it's looking. Pretty quiet here as we start the week. We like to see it. No major problems for the commute. So there is your quick Sunday evening forecast, a little detailed weather discussion. We'll be on TV tonight with the very latest at 10 o'clock, of course, after our programming. I think we have the Oscars on right now, and then we're supposed to switch on over to another program before the news tonight. But we'll see you there at 10 and have the very latest. All right. Have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and a great start to the coming work week. We'll see you later on.